Yeah, Arsenal won, Chelsea won. Um, Trying to figure out. I mean, it's not what we needed. We needed to have won this game, really and truly. Like, we needed to have won this game. But if you actually talk about the actual game, when you look at the game, I can't say we should have won the game. I feel like today's game more about Chelsea than it did about Arsenal. We kind of know where we are. We had our full team out. We kind of know where we are. But I feel like Chelsea kind of showed us that they're getting their act together. That's what they showed us. Um, Obviously, Odegaard being back is a major help. Like that's a big deal. And I'm just trying to figure out like a lot of I've just come off a couple of streams and a few people on this. Oh, we should have won and this and yeah, we had to beat Chelsea and blah and all that type of stuff. And of course, that's you want to win every game. There's not just one game you want to win. You want to win every single game. They're saying, oh, we should have won this game because we have to in the title race. We know that. Everyone knows that. There's no point stating the obvious. But if you actually talk about the fact that we're actually the actual game, I feel like it was a very even game. It's very rare that we play. It's only Man City that we've played that I feel like the games are really on a knife edge and it's tough games. And I feel like today against Chelsea was one of those games. I feel like today's game was a game that it was like really like fine margins. And obviously Arteta and Maresca are both from the Pep school, so obviously the build up plays really slow. They both wait for openings. The goalkeeper and the centre backs they passing triangles back to the inverted and then back and around to try and find spaces. So both teams are playing exactly the same way. So they kind of half cancelled each other out, which I've seen a lot of the time against Man City because obviously Pep, Arteta, Maresca, they're all kind of similar managers. So I feel like to get the games that you really want, uh, where you talk about end to end, and yeah, you got to show some sort of brilliance and stuff like that. You need to have a different. You need to have played against a different type of manager or a different style. Like I knew it was going to be one of those type of games because Chelsea have been showing, especially when you play Lavia and Caicedo, you know that it's going to be a team that want to dominate the ball. And obviously we had Partey and Rice, so we know we're going to try and dominate the ball. And I feel like basically everyone in midfield bar Palmer kind of had an okay game. Yeah, I don't feel like Palmer could really have done too much in that game. And a lot of people giving him stick, oh, he hasn't showed up in the big games and stuff like that. But it's one of those games that it really needed like a bit of brilliance to score goals. Like Neto's goal was a bit of individual brilliance, nothing to do with structure. And our goal, Odegaard, a bit of brilliance, nothing to do with structure. So it wasn't one of those games where you was gonna like see an end to end game or anything like that. In terms of where it leaves Arsenal, it doesn't leave us in the best position for to challenge for the title. That's for certain. Like we're not in the best position. I'm not gonna go overboard and say, oh, we're out of the title or anything like that. But we've had a lot of hard games out the way. Well, supposedly hard games out the way because obviously you can lose to anyone. So supposedly on paper hard games, we've had them out the way. So what we've got to do now is go on a run. And we've got our full team back. We've yeah, it's just a run that we've got to go on now, man. Like as simple as that. Man City are not playing. I'm a bit irritated that Man City are playing so badly and we're not taking advantage of it. That's what I'm more irritated by. Because really and truly, if Man City are playing like this, we should at least be in the same position as Liverpool. That's how I see it. But we're not because we haven't been playing as well. So today's game is on the first games where we kind of half played okay, but Chelsea played okay as well. Like they're getting their act together, and they're a young team with energy, and they got a couple of individuals in that team that can make the difference. And I don't quite feel we have. I know Martinelli scored and stuff like that, but I don't quite feel like we've got enough individuals. I mean, if Saka's kept quiet like he was today, I don't feel like there's anyone else that can kind of make the difference in the team. Like Odegaard is a creator, isn't he? So he's gonna create, but I don't feel like we've got anyone else that can kind of do magic. Like there's not enough magic or chaos. Like I always say, there's not enough chaos. There's not enough mayhem. There's not enough magic in the team. It can't always be structure. And I feel like Chelsea's fit are going the same way. I feel like they're fairly similar to us. I feel like obviously now you got Maresca, they're going to be playing passes and try and break down the team and control the ball. So yeah, I feel like we just need a bit more madness in the team, a bit more chaos, man. Martinelli, he scored, but he didn't. He was having a bad game up to that point. Like he doesn't really play well in this structure. That doesn't suit his game really. I know he's our outlet. Funny thing is, when Marino came on, he was actually quite good. Marino's quite a risky player. Like he's like with Marino, he's the way he plays is either when he gets the ball, because he's such a risky player, you either win the ball from him and you're on and you're breaking it almost through on goal, or if he gets out of that space, he will break your press. It's like he plays on the fine line. Marino does, and today it worked because if he came on a little bit earlier, maybe we might have been able to create a few more chances because he kind of helped that balance a lot. It's the first time I've seen Marino and seen what he can bring to the team because he kind of showed a little bit of like know-how and a bit of experience and a bit of quality as well today. So even Trossard, when Trossard came on, he was actually quite good. He done a couple of things that I always get irritated with him because Trossard is the right now he's on my dumps list. So, but we kind of Trossard kind of did all right today. He kind of played all right. Obviously, Saka was non-existent today because of Cucurella. I kind of wanted him to. When Cole got the yellow card, I thought Saka would keep running at Cole and maybe get a second yellow or anything like that. But we need more than one runner in the team. We've only got Saka that kind of runs with the ball. No one else really runs with the ball in our team. Havertz doesn't run with the ball. Odegaard doesn't run with the ball. Obviously, Partey and Rice are not really runs with the ball. Partey can run, I mean, Rice can run with the ball. I mean, drive forward, but he's not a dribbler, is he? When I say that's what I mean by dribbler. And Martinelli obviously does it as well, but I'm talking about quality running with the ball. Martinelli runs with the ball, and nothing. You feel like nothing's gonna happen because and the problem is the way Arsenal play with Saka. When we Odegaard, Saka, Ben White on one side, we overload the right hand side, so it's always Martinelli that's free. And unfortunately, he's just not clinical enough to be that guy that is always going to get the chances. So we obviously have to upgrade on that side, even though he scored today. But we have to upgrade on that side, and we need to get a fearsome striker. Like, that's just what we've got to do. We've got to go and get a striker that is up there. Havertz is not playing badly. He's not playing badly, and he's not been a bad signing. So it's not a thing of it's Havertz, it's Havertz, it's Havertz, it's fault. It's nothing like that. But it's just we need someone up there that is just that guy that's just gonna come out and just be like, yep, goals and like what City have got with Haaland. Haaland's got nothing to do. Sometimes he's not even in the game half the time. But with Haaland on the pitch, anything can happen. Like give him a chance, it's over. And we need one of those up front. And I feel like if we had one of those up front, it would change the pressure on Saka. I don't feel like Saka's feeling the pressure because he kind of just plays the game. But I feel like when I'm watching the game, I know in my head it's like Saka's the only one that's going to do something. I mean, if it's Saka and Odegaard, Saka and Odegaard, Saka and Odegaard, and that's really kind of it. If Havertz scores, it's like, oh, Havertz scored, okay, well done. But it's not, I never feel like Havertz is that guy. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not that guy. He's just performing well. I feel like it's more like that, but he's not that guy. So I feel like we need a few more that guy performances and players in the team because we don't really have that. But yeah, back to the result and what it does for our team. I mean, it's kind of same, really. Like, we've had a bad start to the season up to this point. We had a good beginning, but a bad start to the season up to this point. But the only positive we take out of it really is that we gained a point on Man City. Because they're who I still think are the problem. I feel like we still need to just be within touching distance of City because I know City are going to be the team to stop. I know Liverpool are kind of leading the charge right now, but it's still City that I'm fearful of. That I need to make sure we're around wherever City are. We need to be around there, and then we can figure it out later down. That's more my mentality. It's not a thing of we've got to be right next to where Liverpool is. I need to be around where City are, and then try and kick on from there. So if I look at the positive, if I try and spin it on a positive one, then I guess we've gained a point on City. But I feel like we needed to have won this game. I wanted to win this game. But the performance, it was okay. Chelsea were okay. They're getting it together. We played all right as well. Tough game, tricky game. And yeah, we're just on and up, man. Like, it's not a ranting and raving. I know a lot of guys are just gonna be ranting and raving just for the sake of it. And just because they can to YouTube, innit? Well, I'm not gonna be ranting and raving. I don't feel like it needed a rant and a rave today. If we have a performance where I need to rant and rave, I will rant and rave. You know what I'm saying? Like there's ranting and raving that I can do, but doesn't feel like that to me, especially with the game. The game felt really, really tight and close. It just felt like a top quality game between two top sides. So it kind of showed that Chelsea are kind of getting it together to me. So, but yeah, onwards and upwards, man. We gotta get on for the international break.